Governments are racing to regulate AI before it is too late. In fact, a new survey from Boston University last month revealed 4 in 5 people want protection against AI deepfakes. And earlier this week, California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a key AI transparency bill into law. And breaking news from this morning, a man was arrested in Japan on suspicion of creating female celebrity deepfakes also made with AI. And we're seeing this in Europe as well. There's deepfake legislation out of Denmark to protect digital identity. And earlier this year, the FBI warned of fake texts, deepfake calls impersonating US officials also using AI. But what if I told you there's an older project from 2 cycles ago that's tackling this very problem? The token we're talking about is Origin Trail. Misinformation, deepfakes, altered AI video, and images of individuals used without consent, what is already a massive issue and is only going to get worse with the advancement of AI over the next decade. There's a project that combats this, and this project runs on Origin Trail. Now, this post right here breaks down Origin Trail very well, and then we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not jumping in on this one. TJ's been talking about Origin Trail for a month now, and just kind of looking at the price. It's up 100% over the last 30 days, 85% over last week, and it's up 50% this week. And if you look at the big crash that happened last week on Friday, this is the last month. This is the dip on Friday. This dip was very quickly bought up, and a lot of altcoins haven't passed this previous point. Origin Trail is smashing, just pumping and pumping and pumping. But back to this post right here. So I've been looking at this one for a while, and I think there's a really solid investment thesis here for a fossil coin. He's begun a long-term position. This is FOMOsaurus here. Now, Trac, also known as Origin Trail, is one of the few 2017, 2018 crypto projects that didn't just survive, it actually shipped and has legitimate adoption. What gives Trac its moat is working with AI via its decentralized knowledge graphs. Decentralized knowledge graphs is just a way to decode the data. And their decentralized knowledge graphs are used for verification of data to prevent AI hallucinations. So Origin Trail can organize relationships between facts, sources, and proofs of origin. This makes things incredibly hard to replicate, aka this prevents deepfakes and other false, erroneous information. Now, what I remember about Trac was it was a supply chain token, similar to VeChain. So it started out with the goal of supply chain transparency. Okay, so BSI, the US Customs Link scan network, and 22,000 factories use Origin Trail's decentralized knowledge graph. So let's back up a little bit. Let's go to their webpage here. You go to their webpage, scroll down, you'll see supply chains. Click on supply chains, scroll down, and you'll see them talking about SCAN. SCAN is the supplier compliance audit network with members like Costco, Walmart, and Target, and it's to reduce audit fatigue. So you have something made in a Chinese factory, Bangladesh, oh, you got to go ahead and audit. We take it to the port for export. Maybe there's an audit there. It's in a ship. Guess what? Now it's in the Panama Canal. Oh, maybe we got to do another audit. Now it's at the port of entry. We're going to audit it. Put it on a truck. We're auditing the truck. Take it to the truck to the store. We got to audit that. So it just kind of prevents a lot of this audit fatigue. But now if we go back to this post here, now what they're building goes beyond logistics. So logistics, supply chain management, that's just kind of verifying where that cardboard box is. So it's tackling trust itself. Can you trust that cardboard box is in the factory or in the truck or on the cargo ship? But DKG, Decentralized Knowledge Graph, acts as a kind of invisible data layer that verifies where it came from. So this doesn't just have to be supply chain logistics, this can also be used for information. And we're already seeing how messy things are getting. We have AI generated content, deepfakes, misinformation. People can't tell what's real anymore. We need a system that can prove authenticity and origin, aka the Origin Trail. Not to be confused with this thing right here, but smash the like if you played some Origin Trail in school. Now, if we want to talk about the tokenomics here, it is mostly released here. There is some staking rewards. Now, I usually hate staking rewards because it's just normally token inflation. Their staking is a little bit different. You can get yield on Trac, averages around 10-20%. But the interesting part about their yield is, one, you need 50,000 Trac. There's going to be, larger players doing this. But the interesting part is it's not inflationary because most of the Trac is already in circulation. Rewards, the staking rewards, come from network usage where the fees are paid by data publishers and they're redistributed to the node operators and stakers. So the people using this, specifically for the SCAN network and other products, they are paying for this and then paying it to the people staking or, validating the network here, the stakers. Now, supposedly, and I haven't had time to verify this myself, I just want to get this one out to you because this token just won't stop moving. The Trac team has only used 1/5, 20% of their treasury, largely because they're getting grants, they're getting enterprise partners to fund development and usage. So it's one of the few teams from that era, from that 2017, 2018 era, that's still active, low burn rate, and proof of real operational sustainability. Now, when you look at the price, this token has huge pumps and I would say, fairly huge dumps there. I don't think this is the rest of the move there. You can see, when this moves, it moves a lot. That was a pump. That November 24, or first part of 2024 pump, that's a 600% pump. If you look at the bull run last cycle, I mean, you had a close to a 20x right there. And so far, just looking at from the weekly candles, we're up a little bit. We're up about 100%. So I still think there's a little bit of room. There's some gas in the tank left on this one. Go check out Trac. Again, I'm kicking myself. This one TJ's been talking about forever. I said, all right, TJ, I'll go ahead. I'll make a video for it. If you want to learn how to buy it, maybe go down to markets here. You can get it. Oh, you can get it on Coinbase. All right, there you go. There you go. All right, well, I'm DZ4, Discover Crypto, and maybe I'll see you on the Oregon Trail or the Origin Trail. We'll take either.